Despite decades of reform attempts and billions of dollars of investment, the American education system badly needs improvement. The report card shows only 34% of 8th graders are proficient in math, 29% in science, 33% in reading. Compared to other countries, American students score near the bottom, 21st out of 30 in science, and it's even more bleak in math. They're 25th.
I have no clue about what I want to do with my life. I have no interest because I saw every subject as a study, as work, and I excelled at every subject just for the purpose of excelling and not learning.
According to a recent Gallup poll, only 29% of Americans say they have a great deal or quite a lot of confidence in the U.S. education system, and that is a historic low.
It's all over. They wring their hands about the state of schools. And there's this big debate over high-stakes testing. Does it hurt creativity, or does it actually offer accountability? So imagine a school then with no tests, no technology, not even traditional textbooks. It's the Waldorf way.
You want to know a secret? Some of the tech world's biggest gurus are actually sending their own children to schools without a single computer. They're called Waldorf schools, and they are unplugged on purpose.
There's a school in Silicon Valley that doesn't allow the use of any tech. It's called the Waldorf School. And it's fascinating because the school has no computers, no iPads, no iPhones. They try to minimize tech altogether. People enjoy a lot of time face-to-face. They go outside a lot. What's interesting about this school is 75% of the students there are the children of Silicon Valley tech execs, which is striking. These are people who publicly will expound on the wonders of the products they're producing, and at the same time they decided in all their wisdom that their kids didn't belong in a school that used that same tech.
I think of the philosophy. I think of the evolution of the human being, the young child as being early humankind, as an indigenous person is nowadays connected to nature and nature spirits. And when you think of biodynamic farming, they work with the natural elements. The young child comes into this world, and the first thing they encounter are natural things, the wool, the wood. Probably saw that all in early childhood, but then again in the grades there's still beeswax modeling, beeswax crayons, wooden pencils, and wool to knit with, cotton, silks, things like that. When you introduce synthetic materials, they're receiving more of what mankind has made rather than what the world contains. So Waldorf education, to me, is educating the child into this world. And so by the time they're in the 8th grade and ready for the computer world and all of the contemporary history, that's when we introduce those things, instead of early on, where it's all concept rather than a living being. So in the education, there's a lot of movement and singing and recitation, and through the stepping and rhyming, they incorporate what math really is. It's something that is in nature and is in all nature, and then they start to feel it in their own bodies. And then it makes it easier to understand the concept as they get older.
One way that you can make 4, 8 up. I see it. Everybody try it. Lay it out. 2 plus 2. Yep. 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2.
from stories, storytelling, puppetry, circle work, all those, developmental milestones that we want children to go through. We make sure that we are providing them every opportunity to cross the midline, to front and back, to know where we are in space with our friends during circle and how to be gentle with one another.
We have an indoor classroom and we have an outdoor classroom, so we're not just indoors all the time, we're outdoors. And the things that they're building, if you go for a walk in the woods even and you see these creative things that they've done, and they're in the earth, and they come in dirty and they're in an all weather, they're getting rained on, they're getting snowed on, and that's
life. We want them to have all those beautiful sensory experiences.
Yeah.
Waldorf works because children are educated to understand the world through different modes of seeing, through a purely intellectual way, through a feeling life, through moving. And so children get a sense that there's more to the world than just what they see on the surface. Waldorf education calls on children to act in many different modes of thinking. When you combine these modes of thinking, the children end up with a much more well-rounded education.
String. Now, set up. Feet on the floor, spine straight, statue, button, neck.
Montag, der 23. Oktober 2017. Was ist morgen für ein Tag? Simon sagt Stopp. Simon sagt, alle drehen sich einmal um. Alle klatschen zweimal in die Hände. Ha, sehr gut. Simon sagt.
So one thing that I love and cherish about woodworking class is that I really feel like it exercises the will. It helps kids to develop a stronger sense of willpower and will force. Oftentimes kids get tired, they get fatigued, they get blisters on their hands. And I am that friendly reminder in the class that they will survive those things. Those things actually will make them stronger in the long term. And so I love getting kids to the point where they're feeling fatigued, they're feeling tired, and then they tap into something and they discover that they already have it in themselves, and it's this will force. And it's something that I love to help the kids discover that they have it on their own.
Live a life less ordinary, live a life extraordinary with me. Live a life less sedentary, live a life evolutionary with me.
So why did you put family on your board?
Because I feel like the community is really close together.
Yeah.
So
It's your family.
it's like a family, yeah, chosen family.
Fabulous. And what was your favorite part of your experience here at Waldorf?
I don't know, there's tons. My favorite part?
Yeah.
Probably my classmates. Being
Cool.
with them for so long.
That's nice. Good. Well, what I want to ask you is why did you put the word bell on your sign?
Okay.
Can you tell me why you chose that word?
Because I'm French and belle means beautiful. And Waldorf is about learning and the beauty of learning.
So that's why Waldorf works for you.
Yeah.
So can you tell me why you chose to write friends on your sign?
Well,
Well, I made a lot more friends here than I have mostly anywhere else.
And this is your first year at a Waldorf school, right?
My whole class is kind of a group, and you talk to a lot more people. Like, I babysit a bunch of kids from our school. Like Miss Heather, you saw in there. I spend a lot of time at her house, and like the school, Waldorf community. I mean, also in Waldorf schools, I've had like moms at the schools or teachers will get together to make community gardens, and that's kind of just what Waldorf school reminds me of, because it's not just exclusively to your own class, and that's all you're involved in. You're actually involved in the whole school.
So many people, or so little people, and you know everybody. Whereas like a different school, you don't know everybody. You're not seeing the same faces every day.
And
I don't know, I like it here.
You instantly feel acceptance and love and comfort. Almost like you have really come home to a place that you didn't know you could call home.
It's already now. Live a life less ordinary, live a life extraordinary with me. If I could name you in the song, would it make you smile and sing along? This is the goal, to get into your soul. If I could make you dance for joy, could that be the second chance to coy the bird in hand I would need to help you understand? The night you came into my life, well it took the bones of me, took the bones of me. It blew away my storm and strife, then shook the bones of me, shook the bones of me. By the way I do.
What's the thing that we always say?
You know what I like to say? that the Waldorf motto should be respecting childhood since 1984.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here.
Right, here. Our White Mountain Waldorf School, respecting childhood since 1984.
It's true.
We don't have a choice. Because I'm the only one that did it, I know. It's just class.
All right, so why did you put home on your chart?
I've spent nights here, okay?
It's not easy work.
It's not. We do our best.